Hey everybody, it's time for Teesha on the tune. Teesha on the tune. Teesha on the tune. Teesha on the tune. How's everybody doing? Happy hump day. I am here for Trending with Teesha. A lot of good stories to get into, so let's get started. So, breaking news. Kenya Moore and Marc Daly are splitting after 2 years of marriage. Oh, I mean, they both released statements saying that they can no longer go forward with the marriage. They didn't specify why. I already know that it'll probably be irreconcilable differences because that's how a lot of these divorces are. But it kind of sucks. I was rooting for Kenya, but at the same time, Real Housewives of Atlanta will be coming back on Bravo soon, possibly in November, because that's usually when it comes back on. So a lot of people are feeling like this could be for a storyline, which would absolutely positively suck. I actually like Kenya and Marc together because Marc is the first guy that Kenya has been with that she kind of kept, hidden. Like when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she was dating the guy Walter. Walter wasn't even into her like that. And then supposedly she had an African prince that we never saw and we thought was made up. And then she was dating, she was on Millionaire Matchmaker, and the guy she was dating on Millionaire Matchmaker turned out to be married, or he got married right after the show aired. And then she was with Matt, who was a nutcase, and then she left her relationship quiet and ended up dating Marc. So, and everybody gave her flack for that because she never introduced Marc to the group, or she never really spoke about him like that. But she just popped up married out of nowhere, so a lot of people couldn't understand why. I understood why, but it's like, that sucks. And they literally just had a little baby girl. Her daughter's almost a year old now. I think her daughter's like 10, 11 months now. So that sucks that they're getting, well, I hope it's just a split, like a break right now, and not actual divorce. Because, maybe they just need a break. But, I'm rooting for Kenya and Marc. I actually like them together. So, and it sucks. It's so abrupt because they were just on Tamron Hall's show talking about her IVF process and saying how in love they are with each other. So, what gives? Why you no make marriage work? I'm rooting for you guys. Make it work. Go to counseling. Go to Iyanla. Make it work. Um, Next story. So a mom, I think this was in Washington State, I think. I don't know. But a mom turned her teen in after finding journals of a copycat school shooting set for the 21st anniversary of the Columbine shooting. Bless her for having the courage to put a stop to it before it happened, because Lord only knows how tragic that would have been for a copycat killing of the, like, school shootings. Anything shootings in America are so common around here. It's sad. And again, gun laws. Like, we need to stop treating gun, because it's scary. It's so scary to think that you can't go to the movies, you can't go to a club, you can't go to school, you can't go to church, you can't go anywhere. Malls, you can't go anywhere without worrying about somebody having a bad day and just deciding, I'm gonna just kill innocent people. It sucks. So the fact that, the mom put a stop to it and the cops got to him is amazing. That, it sucks because it's a mother who had to pretty much, give up her son, but she saved a lot of lives in doing so. So I hope that her son gets the help that he needs. And I just pray to God that, because, usually when terrorists or whatever see this sort of thing going on, they like to piggyback off of each other, like, oh, well, he didn't get to carry this out, so let me take the torch. So kudos to mom. She's a hero. I know she probably doesn't feel like one, but she's legit a hero. So a couple of days ago, a guy jumped in the tracks in the Bronx with his 5-year-old daughter. And luckily, the little girl survived. Rest in peace to the father. but the little girl survived, and she made it out from under the train with minor cuts and bruises. And people were so shocked to see that he even had the thought of committing suicide. But it's like, you don't know. This is why I stress the whole mental health thing. You do not know what a person is going through up here unless they tell you. 9 times out of 10 they won't tell you because they feel like people don't care. This is why I stress mental health. This is why. And it just really sucks. Like, thank the Lord angels was watching over that little girl. Thank God she survived. But I'm just worried that she'll be traumatized, like taking the train, riding the train. Like, she'll have PTSD. Riding the train will probably scare her. Noises from the train, all of that. She'll probably be scared for a while. And then from what I read, after she was pulled from under the train, they just took her away from the platform because they didn't want to see her father's body. So luckily, sad to say, her father died because he was struck by the train, but she survived because she was small enough just to fit underneath the train. And it's just scary to think, that little girl could have lost her life too. It would have been 2 body bags instead of 1. So, I just pray for that little girl and her mom, and I pray that she recovers. I pray that she grows up to be a happy, healthy adult. I'm praying for her. She has a purpose to serve. That's why she didn't go yet. So another tragic story. A 2-year-old died from falling from what is this? A window from the 6th floor of these houses, these high rises that's in East New York. Now, I'm assuming there was no window guards on the windows or whatever that he was at, and his parents was in another room. So, get me right if I'm wrong, right? The parents are going to be questioned, right? Because how is it that your child fell out of a window with no guards and y'all are in a whole other room? What the hell were y'all doing that y'all not watching y'all child? Like, I'm sorry, my kids get too quiet. I'm like, something ain't right. They doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. Something is not right. And all throughout my house, all through my kid's father's house, nothing but window guards. We don't play that. Because my kids like to be all up in the window. Hi, mommy. Hi, daddy. So, and they're 5 and 7. So what the hell were you doing that this baby ended up on the pavement 6 stories down out the window? All I read is that the investigation is ongoing. So, we'll get the answers as time goes by. I don't know. So, I was asked to actually talk about this story, and this pissed me off on Facebook because I was tagged in it. This guy put his girlfriend on blast for abusing his daughter. And he said that the girlfriend, I think, punched, scratched, or whatever, the little girl, and told the little girl and I guess her siblings or whomever, if you tell your dad, you better not say nothing, or if you tell your dad, I'll do it again, or something like that. So he said that he noticed like a change in his kids' behavior, like they were quiet, they were nervous around her and whatnot. And when he took them on a drive, that's when they told her everything. That's when they told him everything that happened. And when he came back home, she was gone. So he pretty much put her on blast on Facebook. And Facebook detectives, they found out who the girl is. This is why, that is my biggest fear of dating anybody. Because if I find out you are doing anything underhanded, dirty, low down, anything to my kids, I'ma shoot first and ask questions later. That story pissed me off. But you know what I'm glad about? I'm glad that the father is not the type of parent that put a relationship before his child. Because there's a lot of parents who are like that, like Anaya Day Garrett, Nix Marie Brown. These babies that were killed because the parents cared more about their significant other than they did their child, and their significant other was beating the crap out their child. Like, it's disgusting. So I'm glad the father put her on blast, and I hope to God, I haven't read any like updates or anything on the situation, but I hope to God the police catch her, and I hope that she's arrested, and I hope she goes to jail, and I hope she gets her ass whipped and her face scratched and all of that in jail, because that pissed me off. I cannot wait to hear the outcome of that story. It pissed me off. But I pray for the father, I pray for the little girl, and I hope they have some type of closure to this situation, and I hope this is a lesson learned for the dad. Watch the company you keep, especially around your kids. Be very selective, be very selfish as to who you have around your children. It matters. It matters. So I literally just watched this video. Nicole Murphy apologized for kissing Antoine Fuqua earlier this summer. I sat here and watched this whole interview. And okay, I respect you for apologizing. However, are you apologizing because you got caught, or are you sincerely apologizing to Layla Roshan for embarrassing her? Because my thing is this happened during the summer. We are now literally fall. You wait till now to apologize? I don't feel like it's sincere, because even in the apology, she's like, I apologize, I'm human, I make mistakes. But all she kept doing was blaming it on social media. Social media took it and made it something bigger than what it was. And Lisa Ray jumped in and said such and such and so. And that was not true. Everything that social media put out was not true. I'm like, social media put them pictures out and you proved to us that that was the truth. And you tried to downplay it. You got caught. You got caught. And then she's like, oh, well, I didn't even know he was married. I don't know him and Layla right like that we're not cool. I never met, I only seen Layla in passing, and I've seen him at events. At events, she said, everybody knows that this man is a married man, and everybody knows that he's a dog. You played right into his BS, and now you regret it. You lay down with dogs, you get fleas. You got fleas, sis. I don't think her apology was sincere. I don't feel like it was sincere at all. And Wendy kept throwing it at her. And I was like, yeah. Sometimes, before Wendy was going through her own little scandal or whatever, I didn't really care for Wendy. I actually stopped watching her show after a while because I got irritated with some of the stuff that she was doing. But to hear, seeing snippets and stuff of her passing out and hearing stories about Wendy, and now that she's going through her own stuff, I feel bad for her. I still don't watch her show anymore, but I feel bad that she's going through what she's going through, because Wendy, for a living, she gossips. It makes her coins. You can't be mad at her. And she's even brought her situation to the forefront so that people wouldn't feel like, well, I could talk about your situation, but I can't talk about mine. But I will say about Wendy gonna get her answers. She's gonna get her answers. And I like that Wendy kept poking her and was like, no, don't sit up here and blame it on social media. Let's be for real. So I was here for that. Nobody cares about your apology, Nicole Murphy. You're a beautiful girl. You could have any man on the planet that you want. Leave these married Negroes alone. Okay? Leave them alone. So now it's said that there is a possible New Jack City reboot in the works. I'm gonna ask whomever came up with the idea to remake New Jack City, don't. It's impossible to capture the same magic. Number one, because New Jack City, that movie was set in a time where the crack epidemic was a big thing and the drug dealing epidemic was a big thing. It was set in an era that told a story. What the hell story y'all gonna tell in 2019 about that time where this person was selling Molly's and Percocets and they got everybody? It's different in this day and age. It's not gonna make any sense to do a New Jack City reboot. It's not in 2019. Leave that movie alone. That movie is a classic. Luckily, a lot of the actors that were in the movie are still alive. Wesley Snipes, Alan Payne, Vanessa Williams, Ice-T, Christopher Williams. I think Michael Michelle is still alive. I'm trying to think who all was in that movie. Chris Rock is still alive. But it's like, don't... Leave it alone. Leave the classics alone. Don't remake it. Leave it. Don't touch that. Leave it alone. Don't. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's not going to make any sense, and we don't care. We don't need it. It's not needed. Come up with some fresh ideas. Stop trying to reboot everything. Everything does not need a remake. Oh my God, y'all are definitely running out of ideas. Because y'all want to remake movies that don't need to be touched. Leave New Jack City alone. No. We did not ask for this. Leave it alone. So, another story I read. A Florida officer was fired. First he was suspended, now I think he's fired. For arresting a 6-year-old girl for having a tantrum. Remember when I told you that Florida is a dumb state? I'm sorry. Beautiful place to visit. Beautiful place to visit, but I'm sorry. How Florida and they laws and how they operate, dumb diddy dum 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 dum. And that's just my opinion. I lived out there for 4 months and my IQ level dropped. I couldn't deal. I could not deal with how they operate out there. No shade to people who live in Florida, but I'm sorry. Your state, I can't get jiggy with how they rock. So, he arrested a little girl for having a tantrum. Mind you, the little girl has a medical condition and she had lack of sleep. That's the reason why she had the tantrum. And I'm like, you know what? He just wanted to... A lot of people who are the law, they just feel like they could just throw around their authority and it's okay. That is a 6-year-old baby. To get a child out of a temper tantrum, all you have to do is get down to their level and talk to them. This is why I feel like in any profession, anything you do, police officer, firefighter, teacher, of course, customer service, anything, I think everybody should learn basic psychology. You would have way less of a headache dealing with people if you know how the human mind works. And I took abnormal psychology, I took regular psychology in college, and that's why I'm able to empathize with people and what they go through, because I'm able to put myself in their shoes. Not all the way, because I don't know everybody's backstory, but once I learn your backstory, I'm able to say, so this is why you're the way you are. And that's what I notice I do with everybody. You know, and that's why I'm able to see people more so in here and in here than judge them on their appearance. So for you to arrest a 6-year-old girl and charge her with battery, she's 6. The only battery she should know about is in her remote control Barbie townhouse car. You arrest a 6-year-old? So he was fired because legally you're not supposed to arrest a minor under 12 or something like that. I don't know, but he was fired, and I'm like, good, because you were handcuff happy for a little girl who all you had to do, if you would have talked to her, that would have made a world of difference rather than you arresting her. She's 6. It's disgusting. Good for you. You ain't got no job with your dumb ass. On a brighter note, Jharrel Jerome wins an Emmy for Best Actor in a Limited Series or Movie for When They See Us. I still refuse to watch When They See Us. I don't know if I'm mentally ready to watch it. I've heard many I've heard plenty of good things about it, and I've heard not so good things about it. When I get the strength and the patience to do so, I will watch it. I don't think I'm ready to watch it because I know I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna feel every emotion possible. I am so scared to watch it. But I have faith in anything Ava DuVernay does because she is an amazing director. She is just amazing. Amazing. So kudos to him. You know, he was the lead actor. He played Korey Wise. And he, from what I was told, was an amazing actor in the movie. And his speech was like very, you know, beautiful or whatever. And congratulations to him, you know, because people are so worried about people of color winning Emmys, winning all of these awards and stuff, and how we don't get any recognition. Black boy magic right there. Kudos to him. Congratulations. Well deserved. And we're proud. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that that movie got as much praise as it did. You know, because like I said, I've heard about it. It's about the Central Park 5. And, you know, we all know about the Central Park 5. You know, 5 men who were falsely accused of raping a jogger in Central Park. And they went through so much stuff with the justice system or whatever. And they were exonerated. So, you know, and I heard that the exonerated 5 were there to give him a standing ovation. So I think that is beautiful. And I can't wait to watch the docuseries. I'm just trying to make sure my mental is good enough for me to watch it. Because I feel like it's gonna mess me up. And I'm super duper afraid of that. My mental is very fragile. I'm very afraid that I'm gonna be traumatized after watching it. But that was Trending with Teesha. You guys let me know how you feel about any of the topics I discussed tonight. If there's any topics that you would like for me to discuss, please. You know, like one of my peoples, they tagged me in Facebook, the Facebook thing, and asked me to talk about it in my Trending with Teesha, and that's what I did. Please feel free to contact me on any of my handles: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, email. Even on here, YouTube, in the comments, I always respond. Please, I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend about Teesha on the tube. Teesha, Teesha, Teesha on the tube. Teesha, Teesha, Teesha on the tube. Teesha, Teesha, Teesha on the tube. Enjoy the rest of your night. Later.